Her sales are great, but she would never want to just talk about her sales. Like, she wants to talk about people's lives and, are they taking care of themselves? Like, she's just such a great person, and that matters. I like that she's a great person who happens to be really good at doing real estate.
Yeah. So. That kind of goes into how you manage your network, right? I know we'd love to kind of get into, why you call, your group a network versus a group or a team, because you mentioned she really values like how you're doing personally, not just the sales. Mm-hmm. I know you've got a couple meetings on your calendar each week that's maybe focused on sales, and then also there's another meeting that focuses on the individual and how they're doing. Is it the inspiration?
Yeah. So our group, we have masterminds that start off, first thing Monday morning, it's accountability. And then there's a mastermind. So Monday you're coming in just like ready to go, right?
What time on Monday?
So 8 a.m. is accountability.
Okay.
And then 11 a.m. is the mastermind.
Great.
Cool. And that's that's something that Veronica started. So she's got that going. And then Thursday we do inspiration. Tuesday we do our in-person. So that's when we all come together. Thursday's our inspiration meeting. And then Friday's our weekly wins, where we're just celebrating our wins for the week. So push hard on Monday. Friday, just be happy to be alive.
Right.
And let's celebrate.
Thursday is a good inspiration call day, because you're kind of just like, man,
I need some.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm at the end of my rope.
I like the fact that you've scheduled in community in the network, right? So you've got the Integrity Network, which is really your group, right? You and then your group of agents that are with you, the network of agents that are with you.
I know it's hard to not use the word group.
Network of agents. I love that network word. And I love how you've just anchored in those connection and community points, right? Because that you're not alone. This isn't just about business. This is about the whole person. I think you said something about you want good people. What was the quote? Oh, gosh, Doug, I'm going to lose it. Sorry, Natasha. You told us.
Good people that happen to be able to sell real estate.
Thank you very much. That's what it is, right?
That's
so
great.
When you're really looking at of course, you know that you have a well-rounded person, and now all you have to do is equip them, right? Let's just equip them to sell real estate, and you equip them in the network, and then you give them support, and you wrap that around them. So I think it's really that's a unique thing. I don't think we hear it or see that a lot, where you're taking every day of the week to honor and pour into somebody, right? Instead of like a Tuesday meeting, which is typical. Right?
Yeah, right. So the Tuesday meetings where we come together, the Thursday and Friday is virtual, through Zoom. However, Fridays, we've just added in something else since I last spoke to you, actually. So Friday, our weekly wins, the first Friday of the month is going to be in person to celebrate our weekly wins. And then we brought in somebody that is going to do essentially like a beginner's yoga session. So it's let's celebrate our wins and bring a yoga mat, and let's all do some stretching and get ready for the weekend.
Cool.
And then one of our Tuesday meetings I recently booked for us to do an introduction to meditation. So teaching agents how to meditate. We're going to do sound bowls, and I'm really excited about that.
You have a meditation room at the, is that what it's called?
Zen room.
Your Zen room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people go into the Zen room if they're having one of those crazy transactions or something, they go and sit in there and.
Yeah, we've got the essential oil diffuser. We've got the water, the candles, and
and the lighting.
There is no light, right? We have lamps that are colored lamps and no cell phones, but you just go in there and you just unplug from everything. And that's so needed because, as we know, everything's just chaos with life and real estate. We love this business, but my goodness, it keeps us busy. So
Stephen, I think we just got to the heart of Natasha right there with your care. We're going to transition into client care, but this is just your network care, the people that you're entrusted with, right, that are around you, and the care and the thought that you put into their life, creating a space for them to unwind their health.
No, it's important. I think, a lot of people, they don't really consider, how other people are feeling, and, you do a great job at building trust with your team, because you you take time to understand them. You let them know they feel, we see you. You check on like I actually listened to something recently that talks about like building trust is you have to, the individuals that are with you, they've got to feel like you understand them, understand their motivations, and, they can trust that, you have their well-being. And I think I can definitely see that they do.
And I'm walking the walk with them.
Yeah,
and
you're
that's
there.
something that's so important to me. At a company I was with before, I kept trying to get pulled away from sales and no, just focus on your role, just focus on your leadership role. And I was like, I can't.
No.
I don't want to. Yeah. I'm relatable to agents because I am right there with them going through the ups and downs of the sales
right.
and, all the crazy changes. Also, I really loved that I would get to, take a luxury listing and invite agents that aspire to sell luxury to come in and show them how to tour a luxury listing. And I think that there's just something to be said about that. And it's funny that you brought that up because one thing that I absolutely, and it's probably my number one thing I love about EXP is that you don't have someone that's paid to tell you how to do something that they've never done themselves.
Yeah.
You have agents that are doing things at a high level that are telling you how they failed, how they pulled themselves back up, and how they're killing it now from experience. So you get to ask them all these questions like during this, when this, and it's them telling you from their personal experience, not just someone reading from a book. And I love that.
Yeah,
I don't know all the things. I have things I can share for sure, but I don't know all the things, but I want to go to someone that's done it and I want to hear their experience with it. And that's really important to me. And with our group and building the trust, I think we've all probably had at least one job where we know what it's like to just go in and work. And like, they're not going to ask you, they don't know your kid's name. They don't know anything about you. You're just there to work. How fun was that? Are we still at that job? Probably not. Right. And again, it's just caring about people. I'm doing real estate too. And I want a fun work environment.
Yeah.
And I think that's two of the reasons why agents move companies. One, they think that they can do better somewhere else, right? Production. Maybe their numbers aren't, they've hit their ceiling. Or two, environment, their work environment. It's either not good, not helping, not moving them forward, or it's toxic.
Yeah. Yeah. So. And you create a space where the environment's good and they can break ceilings, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, I'm doing it. I'm living it with you. And if you need another person that's at this level, then let's go talk to them because they're available to us.
And my goal is constantly to bring in people that are doing things at a much higher level.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the top of the top.
No, that I don't want to be the big fish. And that was another thing with EXP too, that I considered is they have a lot of big fish there. And I want to be a little fish in a big pond. Like that's great. And so I want to constantly making sure that I'm surrounding myself and also attracting people that are doing better than me.
It raises your level of thinking to a higher, you're a higher level of thinking, right? You've got to do that or we just get stagnant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
And someone's learning from somebody else.
Exactly.
Somebody's on someone else's shoulders.
For sure.
They've had to learn from someone. You don't just wake up and be the number one person in the company.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen overnight.
There's no such thing as
if that does exist. I'd love to figure out how to do that. Well, that's really cool. No, I love that. It creates a culture where people are feel welcome, and they also teach the person that's under them. It seems like there's an expectation to kind of share with others and train. And
for sure.
Teach other people.
And sometimes even in our network, there's an agent that's like, well, I don't do as much as you are. Okay, stop saying that because I promise there's something I can learn from you.
Right.